Quick reminder that I do actually have a Discord server. We talk anything and everything about Ninjago there, so if you are actually interested in joining, the link will be down in the description below. Now, let's begin with today's video. Hey guys, my name is Overlord X, and you are watching a brand new Ninjago Legacy set video right here on the channel. So, continuing my streak of Legacy set videos, as I usually do with any new set images, today I'd like to take the time to fully go over the new set images we've just received, and just give my full in-depth thoughts on each and every set. Before I get started here, if you haven't yet, please make sure you drop a like on today's video and subscribe to the channel. It takes about 2 seconds, helps the channel out a lot, and you can always change your mind later on. With this being said, let's dive straight into today's video. So, to kick off today's video, I'm going to be starting with the main Legacy sets, and at the end I'll give my opinions on the new Epic Battle sets as a whole. Starting us off here, we have set 71735, Tournament of Elements. Now, as I mentioned before, this set is basically going to act as the Gamers Market set of the wave, with a decent main build with some pretty decent features. But this set really shines once you move on to the minifigure selection. We get some extremely desirable ones included, and this means that they just need to produce one more Elemental Master minifigure, and we will have the full set. This set is going to absolutely fly off shelves just for the Elemental Master minifigures, in all honesty. And all in all, it is just a fantastic set. I cannot wait to buy it on release date. Next up, let's take a look at set 71736, Cole's Boulder Blaster. This one is just an immediate upgrade from the original, and really has improved many of the original's flaws. It just looks way more sizable and more chunky, and that alone makes this set better in my personal opinion. I also like the accent colours on this one a lot more. You have the sand green and that orange colour, and it just pops even more, and it really gets your attention more than the original one did, I'd say. In and around the cockpit area though is where this new and updated Legacy version looks even better though. As mentioned earlier, it just looks way more chunky, and looks like a more modern day Lego build to me, so they definitely succeeded with this one in my opinion. As for the side build, well, you know, it's just there, nothing special. As for the minifigures, I think they did a pretty decent job with those. As you can see, we get Cole, Lloyd, Izor, and Golden Season 11 Kai. So that is a pretty decent minifigure selection in my opinion. So as for my final thoughts here, another very solid set, one of the best from the wave, and this is definitely one I will be picking up at some point. So next up on my list, let's take a look at set 71737, the X1 Ninja Charger. This is one that, as of right now, definitely has had a mixed response. I personally am a pretty big fan of it, and this is one I need urgently on release day. But all things considered, I'd say that this is a really solid set. It's 100% an improvement over the original, it looks a lot sleeker and curvier than the original one did, and while it might be a bit less show accurate, it's still most certainly an improvement over the original. It's also worth noting that this particular set does keep the same features that the original one did for the most part. For example, it still has the push-out bike feature, which is a huge improvement over the original by the way. It does just look 10 times better in my opinion. Lastly, my personal favourite part about this set, the minifigures. We get a Nindroid with a jetpack, Mindroid, normal Legacy Kai and Jay, and last but definitely not least, Golden Season 13 Cole. And I'm just throwing this out there right now, this figure honestly has the potential to be in my top 5 favourite Ninjago figures of all time. I'm so hyped to get my hands on this minifigure, and I will definitely be picking this set up immediately just so I can get it. Overall, solid set. Now, this is an interesting one, as we only have a slightly blurry image for it as of right now, but this is the Overlord Dragon, and as I'm recording this video, I've had about 1 day to think about it and really take it in, and I gotta say, it's really growing on me actually. The head mould looks so fantastic, and I'm so glad they took that route with it to ensure extra show accuracy. The body of the dragon itself looks so weird that I actually like it quite a lot. It doesn't look too accurate to the Overlord Dragon in the actual show, but I still like the look of the thing if I'm being honest. The legs look fine, and the main body area looks pretty great too. I'm glad they tried to make it look like the actual Overlord minifigure with the golden ribcage in the middle there. Unfortunately, we do only get 2 minifigures included in the set, those being the original Golden Lloyd minifigure for Legacy, you know, the one we've been getting for multiple years at this point, and another favourite minifigure of the entire wave in my opinion, that is a remake of the Overlord in his Golden Master variant. That looks fantastic, and I'm glad they are actually replicating his Season 3 look in Legacy. This is a great set, I'd say, and this is another that I just have to get on day one. Lastly, for the main sets is one I'm kind of on the fence about right now. That is Zayn's Titan Mech. I don't want to say much about it in today's video, as I will be making a whole separate video dedicated to this set, but I'm not much of a fan of it as of right now. It feels a little bit too clustered and messy in many areas, and I'm just not sure I like it all that much. Although I will say that I'm very glad we are finally getting new knee joints on a LEGO mech. That's a very rare thing to see in LEGO mechs nowadays, so that is a plus side. The minifigure selection is pretty average, I'd say. We get a new exclusive Season 5 variant of Zayn, 2 Ghost Warriors, and an exclusive Golden Digi-J, so that is pretty cool. But overall for this one, you know, not too sure how to feel about it as of right now. It looks okay, but it's one of the weakest of the wave in my opinion. So lastly, I will actually give my brief thoughts on the gimmick sets for this wave, those being the epic battle sets. Now these are decent, I'd say. Some are pretty hit or miss, but for the most part I'd say they are pretty solid, and I would rather have these than some more generic spinners. It's definitely an easy way to get some exclusive minifigures, so that is a plus side here. Overall, they are pretty decent, but nothing too special. So, with this being said, we have reached the end of today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed today's video. I've got a lot more Legacy set videos coming very, very soon, as I still have quite a few more things I'd like to discuss. So, if you did end up enjoying today's video, please make sure you go ahead and drop a like on it. If you are feeling extra generous, then why not subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications too. It takes about a second out of your day and does truly go a long way to help the channel out. With all of this finally being said, I will see you all in my next one.